Hi everybody, Darth Bunyan here. I'm super excited because today we are breaking down the Deadpool 3 trailer. How amazing is that? Let's get started. Okay, so like I said, we're going to be breaking down this wonderful, wonderful trailer. I've already seen it countless times. It had me screaming with joy while I was watching it, just even from the outset. Okay, so let's just get to it.
Happy birthday to you.
Okay, so like I said, I was screaming. Just the hair alone is amazing and so funny. So where we're picking up from with Wade, if we don't know, is that in this he's supposed to be going through a midlife crisis. He's at rock bottom and he's a used car salesman. And this wig is just a beautiful addition to the costume. It's hilarious, and I it instantly shows you in the trailer that it's a joke, but it's just really funny.
Right, okay. It's been a challenging few years, for sure.
Also, something that got brought up before while I was discussing it on the Party Nation is some people are confused with the fact that the team's already back, and if you when you see Deadpool 2, you see that he goes back in time and reverses everything, so that's why the team's back.
Happy birthday to you. All right, okay. It's been a challenging few years, for sure, but I'm happy. That is because of each and every one of you. I'm the luckiest man alive.
Make a wish, buddy.
See, just all of that, right? So, like I said, he's at rock bottom, right? So that and the body language and the chemistry that these two now have compared to what they have with Deadpool 1 and 2 leads me to believe that him and Vanessa aren't together anymore. Because if he was at rock bottom and had her to rely on, then it wouldn't be as challenging or as meaningful when he brings himself back up. Obviously, it would mean a lot, but he would have her to rely on and her strength and everything else. But this is going to require all of his strength.
Wade Wilson?
Who's asking? Whoa, 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 whoa. Is that supposed to be scary? Pegging isn't new for me, friendo, but it is for Disney.
Okay, so a couple of things right off the bat here. Okay, so one, I'm very interested to see the reaction for the fourth wall breaking versus the reaction we got with She-Hulk. Okay, because when it was She-Hulk, it was a massive problem, and when it's Deadpool, it's going to be like one of the major selling points. So it's going to be interesting to see some people's hypocrisy with it. Obviously, there's a thing with the whole like third act rewrite, but for them, like the whole thing with them was complaining was weeks before that. So don't let that be an argument. Okay, so the TVA. This is very interesting because people that would have seen Loki season 1 and 2, they would have seen that the TVA that we know and love don't have that mission statement anymore to get rid of variants or troublemakers and stuff. So who is this TVA? My thoughts is that this is a TVA started by Ravonna Renslayer as seen at the end of Loki season 2. We see her in the void just before the Citadel at the end of time, where he who remains was. His remains were. So yeah, so that's where Alioth was, right? And she knows how to weaponize Alioth. Whether she still knows or had her memory wiped after that by Miss Minutes, or whether that is retained or not, we don't know. We can assume that she does know. So that going on with the mission statement that she believed that the TVA should have always had, which is what they had at the start of season 1, which is there is one timeline. We got to keep it that way. Let's get rid of all the variants. So basically, what's interesting is she, like, her whole thing is basically what He Who Remains was fighting against. He was using that whole thing to fight against those people that had the same thing. It's crazy. It's crazy. So Paradox, I think, is working with Ravonna Renslayer Pardon me. And then later on, we're going to be getting. We'll see if we're alive.
Mr. Wilson, you appear to have soiled yourself while unconscious.
I wasn't unconscious. Who are you? Why am I here?
Walk with me. Wait. You are special. This is your chance to be a hero among heroes.
I smell what you're stepping in, Sensei.
Okay, so this shot I find very interesting, right? So there's
I smell what you're
sorry,
stepping in, Sensei.
so there's some things that have been like rumored, right? So spoiler alert going forward. Okay, so I've got to remind myself to come back to the X-Force later, right? But the whether like he's gonna save or rewrite the history of the the MCU, and then like with the whole Jonathan Major situation, there was talk of Disney/Marvel wanting to go back to some of the OG characters and to a time more beloved by fans, right? So I love all of the MCU. I have no problem with any of it. I love Phase 1, I love Phase 2, 3, 4, 5. I love all of it, and I think there's really interesting directions that they've gone in, and they can still do that. They can still go in what they've cemented and then just carry on, but whatever, it's fine. So this scene, this shot, I find fascinating because if they do go back, right, where could they go back that it would make a difference, right? And for me, I would say, oh, got rid of it. I would say it is it's very similar to this, right? The opening scene of Iron Man. Because where would you change a whole fundamental part of the MCU? Right there, right? Because Tony was like, Cap was on ice and stuff, Shield was doing their thing or whatever, but Iron Man was the start of a whole bunch of stuff, including like Ultron, and everything else. So it's interesting if they would go back here. So you see how it's the only thing is like it looks a little bit different, but the second that I saw that, that's what I was thinking of. And then we see it as well here. So that's it in an animated capacity. So that it has been known to look different in different variations and iterations. Okay, so it's not just coming out of anywhere. So if they were going for some kind of Marvel Flashpoint where they were going to change everything, that would be a logical place to do it. Not that I think that is what they are doing. I hope to God that's not what they're doing. But that is a potential. Just saying. Okay, let's get back to it.
Your little cinematic universe is about to change forever.
Right? See, that's the thing. Your cinematic universe is going to change forever as it was showing that shot. I can't think of, hey, Mr. Jinx, I can't think of much else that they would need to do out there.
Your little cinematic universe?
I saw a picture where that was like, is that Thor? Is that the Hulk's room in Ragnarok? That would be hilarious if that is.
It's about to change forever.
Wolverine.
I'm the Messiah. I am Marvel Jesus.
Okay, so from that smoke monster, we can assume that Alioth is going to make an appearance in the movie, which leads me to believe that it is the two main options that it could be is it's going to be Ravonna Renslayer, which was set up. It was set up very, very well. I had issues with Loki season 2 and that the time loom didn't make any sense. The fact that they were traveling a timeline in a place that was outside of time and space, right? So Loki season 2 had issues, but it set up a whole plethora of things. One of them being Ravonna Renslayer trying to start her own TVA, or at least the implication of. So her being outside of time and space means that she can live for like eons and it not affect the timeline in any way. And then once she is to full power, that's when she can come in and start kicking ass. Oh, and we just got an F-bomb. So we can see it says it's not yet rated, but it's going to be a 15 or an R. I feel like R. With all the blood and the swearing, it's got to be R, right? Okay.
Oh my God!
This, okay, just to stop everybody, okay, I can, and I'm probably going to be wrong here, right? Just because that's just life, right? But I am 99.9.999, all of it. I am so sure that this is not Doom, okay? Because there's no way, like everybody's seeing Doom as the MCU savior in the same way that Deadpool is going to be, right? But why on earth, if they already have like Kang set up through variants, there's no way that they're going to set up the next big bad by saying, oh, here's a lesser variant. You've dealt with him. You got to worry about all the other ones that turn up. That's exactly what He Who Remains thing is, right? So there's going to be no originality to it whatsoever. Just the fact that it's just a guy in a metal mask when there was a guy with like a helm, kind of like a half helm on with the visor on, or like the helmet with the visor on. So what's the difference? That it's energy instead of metal? Like this, it's the same thing, right? So I don't think that they're going to be introducing the potential next big bad after we deal with Kang, or if they replace Kang, whichever way they go. There's no way that they're going to be silly enough. And if they are, like, that's just shocking. That's just shocking, in my opinion, and lazy. But, you know, hey ho.
God, I love this part. Wait!
Okay, the action looks amazing, very violent and lots of fun. Him using the double katanas, which are called B and Arthur, if I'm not mistaken. And then we see Pyro from all three of the original X-Men movies, if I'm not mistaken. At least the second two, X-Men 2 and The Last Stand, right? And then we see him doing his classic, uh-oh, things are about to go sideways. I'm about to get taken over. Wait. And then the TVA actually. Okay, this is an important bit as well, right? So obviously, okay, so important bit, Secret Wars. Is Deadpool the start of Secret Wars? Is he the reason for it? It's supposed to be cameo heavy, more so than, or the assumption is it's more than Doctor Strange. Multiverse hopping, all sorts of stuff. I'm excited, right? So the thing that's setting off Secret Wars is the incursions and the connections and crossovers that everybody keeps craving for, everybody keeps asking for, is they're saying that's breaking the universe, that's breaking the multiverse. Okay. So they're saying they need to fix that and stop that, is basically what they're saying. They need to have contained stories that don't have cameos coming left, right, and center. So basically, they're trying to train people. This is now me just thinking about it. They're trying to train people to not expect and ask for cameos in a story. They're trying to say that's done, because that's the only thing that can, like, unless you go through a Ragnarok cycle of repeating secret wars, unless you go through a cycle like that, then there needs to be like a definitive finish. There needs to be a barrier in the universes that stops the multiverse being connected. Okay, so that's the only place that they could be thinking to take it. Right? Is, hey, stop asking. This is it. This is the story you're getting. Enjoy it. Okay. I am one of those people. I love cameos, so I'm also going to have to be trained. But the important thing is, right, is
I love this part. Wait!
that shot right there. Do we see it?
Part. Wait!
Right. So based off that shot and how strong Wolverine is, right? Yes, he's strong, but he's not like Hulk strong. Like, most of the strength comes from him being a strong guy and heavy, sure, but his adamantium skeleton that just chops through anything. So an unstoppable force through the metal, and then just sheer strength pushing it, right? It'd be like a strong person like using a lightsaber. So the interesting thing is that he got pushed through that wall, or hit through that wall, with that level of strength. I think that this is a three-way fight. And the reason I think that is because Wolverine comes upon him like in a different way. Because as we see here, there's all of this stuff behind Deadpool, right? And then Wolverine doesn't approach him until he's nowhere near it. But the ground is similar. You see that? See, like, the ground is the same. So I think there is a three-way fight. Okay. Now, again, spoiler alert. So there's been rumors that this film may or may not have Deadpool core members. Okay. So there might be Deadpool, there might be Dogpool, there might be Lady Deadpool.
Don't just stand there, you ape. Give me a hand up. Nope, I'm actually okay. Thank you very much.
Right? So if that's true, okay, and this is Deadpool 3 is Deadpool and Wolverine, and he's in the title, and it's supposed to be like a multiversal buddy cop thing or whatever, then if the Deadpool core are in it, well, one, obviously Deadpool's lied to by Paradox, right? The TVA without Mobius and like all of the stuff that they went through, the TVA are bad guys. They're going to have lied to Wade. So it's whether that the Deadpool core are there and also have been lied to by Paradox, and then they are like another force that he has to fight. You know what I mean? Because the TVA is going to be filled with just Star Trek red shirts that just get wiped out instantly, right? So they're going to need heroes and weapons, right, in the way of people. So that's what the Deadpool core could be, or they could just go full X-Force with it. Now, I said about repeating things. It's a whole other universe, so that they might do that. Again, it's not the best idea, but they could be trying to do too much with one movie. Who knows? Let's wait and see. Honestly, so I am beyond excited. I'm genuinely thinking of doing the whole one-time payment for the month thing, so you can go to the cinema and see it as much as you want. That's what I'm thinking of doing for this movie. I cannot wait. I'm so excited. Deadpool is just, Ryan Reynolds as Deadpool is a proven entity, and thank God we got that whole like leak of that freeway fight. You know, with him jumping down with the crayons and everything. Thank God, because we wouldn't be here with his character now chomping at the bit to see his grand entrance into the MCU. And lovely to see we get Deadpool 3 and Venom 3 both joining both having their third movie and recently have joining the MCU. So it's really, 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 really cool and lots of fun. Thank you for sticking with me. I know I go on and on and on, but we do a live chat every Friday, okay? And I post all sorts of videos from lightsaber content, gaming content, to reactions and breakdowns. So feel free to like and subscribe.